What's going on YouTube? Hope you're having a great day. This is Luke Mind Power. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, click that red subscribe button and that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload new content. Today I've got a question from one of my Instagram followers and it is about being in a relationship. I'll read it. It says, how do I deal with a husband who doesn't listen, who is careless with finances that affect us both? Now, you know, look, relationships, marriage is not easy. It is something that is very challenging. I have lived with all of my sisters who have, who are married, and one of my sisters went through a divorce. So I've lived with all of my sisters as they have been parents and lived, raising children. I've got 10 nieces and nephews, so I have so much experience. Not to mention, I live with my parents right now, and I get to see what they're like. So my awareness and observation skills are very high, especially living with my sisters and seeing what it's like to raise 4 children and living in a household where dad is working 12 hours a day, mum is working twice a week, but then she has to manage the house and she has to make sure the kids get all the food ready and she has to have the house in order and she has to cook and, everyone has their things that they have to do. Plus you've got to keep the house clean and all that kind of stuff. And then you have to make time for your children, and all of this is just so much going on. So my awareness of a relationship, of marriage, I see it, I feel it, and I'm not married myself, but it's not an easy thing, right? So the one thing that I know that I'm going to talk about now is communication and your relationship with your partner, because there has to be that communication, there has to be that friendship, there has to be that awareness for each other and that respect for each other, that if something is going wrong, you're able to be vulnerable, you're able to be authentic, you're able to be yourself, you're able to express yourself and share with your partner what is going on, what you're not happy with, and what you feel that you need to work on. And if that's missing in your relationship right now, then it's definitely your time to bring that to your awareness and to say, hey, you know what? I think this needs a little bit of attention. I'm feeling a disconnection from my partner. I'm feeling that my partner is being a little bit selfish or a little bit irresponsible. And again, when there's no awareness to what you're doing with finances, for example, because this is your life together, and if one person is being careless, then all that is also showing is the disrespect for the union of your marriage, of your relationship, and so communication is huge. Addressing the issue, it's like being triggered emotionally. When someone says something to you, for example, and you feel emotionally charged and you want to react, and maybe you don't want to react, but you start to blush, you get red, and you're like, oh my God, like that person just said that to me and that hurts me, right? It's the reason why we don't heal from that is because we don't give it any attention, okay? And so the fact of the matter is that if you're dealing with something in your relationship right now and you feel like it's not adding value, it's not helping the relationship, you're not in a peaceful state, what it's saying, the lesson will keep showing up until you learn it. And what's happening right now is it's continuously showing up for you to say, hey, I need to take some action. I need to communicate now. I need to let my partner know that, hey, I'm seeing what you're doing and this is not adding positive energy to the relationship. This is not making me feel safe. I don't feel secure. I feel disrespected. Now, in the other person's defense, they may not even know that they're doing it, right? Most probably do, but there are people out there that are unconscious of their toxic traits, of their disrespect. And so you have to give the benefit of the doubt in a situation where you have to communicate and say, I've noticed that you've been spending a fair amount of money. You're not leaving any for me. I'm not able to look after myself, or whatever the case may be. And being able to communicate in that way with your partner, because remember, I know that it can be a fairy tale for some, but I truly, truly believe, and this is something that I'm aspiring to achieve in my life, is that when you make that commitment, for me, I want to marry my best friend. I want to marry someone who I've built a foundation with, who I'm friends with, who I can tell anything to, who I can speak my mind and I can communicate with freely, openly, and without any judgment, right? So if you don't have that in your relationship, it's even harder to communicate. It means that you're hiding things from each other. And then other questions have to pop up for you, and you have to think to yourself, well, is this really what I signed up for? Is this what marriage is all about? Because this doesn't make me happy. So this is where it gets interesting in your life, because I think when we get married early, for example, if we weren't really sure about it, but we just did it because we were influenced by others, and now we've evolved to being this couple, and maybe it's not even the life that you wanted it to be like, but because you're already in it, you think you have to stay there forever. And I guess I'm here to say to you that it's okay to change. Don't be afraid that maybe things don't work out and you end up getting divorced. That's the truth. But it's better to be at peace than to be in a shit relationship for the rest of your life and to think 20 years later, shit, I should have got divorced. I've been unhappy and miserable for the last fucking 10 years. You know, this could be a video that's watched by somebody who is in a traumatic or unhealthy, toxic relationship that gets triggered in their mind and says, wow, I needed to hear this video. I've had enough. I've tried my best to fix the relationship. I'm going to leave because I don't deserve this. So I hope that this message does get out to someone, because I know myself that there are many marriages, and I know some personally, that eventually have ended in divorce, but didn't end in divorce very quickly. It took a long time simply because, you know, you're married, you got kids, you got obligations, you got a mortgage, and you think that you just have to keep going because you want the children to have both parents. But actually what you're doing is you're hurting the children more because they're exposed to the toxicity between the relationship. They can feel that. You know, they can feel your energy between you and your partner, especially if you're unhealthy, if it's toxic, if it's negative, if you're arguing, if there's abuse, all that kind of shit. And the children get exposed to that, and it's even worse. And so you say, I'm going to stay together for the kids, and you end up prolonging this relationship that should have ended 6 years ago. And then you get divorced 14 years later, and you know you should have already been in another life. You know, so this is about trusting yourself. This is about tuning in. This is about not settling. This life of yours is so precious, and don't waste it. Don't waste it living for other people. Don't let someone else dim your light for their satisfaction, right? If something is not right, start paying attention, start communicating, start addressing it, and start trying to fix things. Because if you do not try, right, you are giving the power to the other person to say, you know, that person, my partner doesn't care, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, right? So it's about getting that courage, because you may be in a relationship where you're not the dominant person in the relationship, right? And you're very feminine, and you're in your feminine energy, and you don't have the courage to speak up. You're afraid of judgment. You're afraid of maybe your partner getting aggressive, or you're afraid of your partner thinking that you don't trust him, or you're judging him, or whatever. But it's about vulnerability. You've got to open your heart. You've got to speak your truth. You've got to really dig deep and say, you know what? I don't deserve this. I deserve to be treated better. I deserve to be treated with respect, you know? So you have to hone in and not be a hypocrite as well, because you've got to be aware of your own bullshit, because maybe your partner's doing stuff that's wrong or disrespectful to you, not managing finances, for example, but then you're off maybe flirting with other people or doing something that's also not respectful in the relationship. So you got to own up to your own truth and know that, hey, you know what? I'm doing the right thing in the relationship, but my partner's not, and it's time to communicate. Work on that and say, I'm going to give this 12 months. If I can't fix this relationship, you got to go so that you can grow, so that you can be, you know, the person that you're meant to be, you know, because life is not about being stressed, depressed, anxious, unhappy. This is what we're striving for. We're striving for inner peace. We're striving for happiness. We're striving for laughter. We're striving for more, but abundance in a positive way. And we want to be happy. We want to smile. Why are we in relationships that are not allowing us to be happy? This is bullshit. I know that it's a struggle, but fuck, communication, guys. Come on. Anyway, guys, I hope that adds value to your life. Please share this video and let more people know so that we can help more people transform their lives, do what's right for them, and be happier. Don't follow the crowd, follow your heart. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, guys, check out Luke's Mind Power podcast, available on all podcast platforms. I've got new episodes each week with individuals that are amazing and also solo episodes from myself. Don't forget to click that red subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload new content. Follow me on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter and TikTok as well. I've got some amazing content on TikTok. People are loving my character Hans. He's so funny. And also, one more thing. I can't remember what I was going to say, but I'm going to say it's coming. I can't remember. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. As I said, I'm real and raw. And I always love to just keep it real. There's no editing here. It's just Luke Mind Power speaking his truth and living from his heart. Oh yeah, and I go live twice a day. Maybe that's what I was going to say, on TikTok. So if you want to catch me live there, jump on TikTok. I'm on every single day. So anyway, guys, I will see you soon. Yeah, leave comments and ask me questions so that I can reply to them and create content for you on YouTube. See you guys. Take it easy. Much love. Bye. Peace.